I'm David Badcock and I'm the Chief Executive of DrugScience. DrugScience is a scientific organisation. We are looking to provide evidence around the impacts of drugs generally, all drugs, the impacts in terms of harms that they can cause, but really more importantly, where there is benefits that drugs can provide as well. I've been involved in DrugScience for about 3 years, but before that I worked in the drug and alcohol treatment sector for probably 15 or so years. Generally, drug policy in the UK and in many other parts of the world is counterproductive to the problems that people face and the reasons why they might choose to use drugs to try and overcome those problems, but in fact it makes it worse. And drug policy generally doesn't support people overcoming those problems. It seeks to criminalise people in many cases. That just adds to people's problems. It doesn't help the situation. And I firmly believe that having a health approach is what's required rather than a criminal justice approach to the issue of drugs. Project 2021 is essentially it's a multi-stakeholder collaboration of stakeholders from all parts of the cannabis world, the medical cannabis world. So it includes industry partners, but also includes clinicians, the academics from DrugScience, and patients. So it's a joint project, and the ultimate aim is to generate a body of evidence where we can show the effectiveness of medical cannabis in the different conditions that we've identified, where we want to really focus on in particular. But in order to achieve that, we have to address the barriers that those patients are facing at the moment. And we're never going to get a comprehensive evidence base unless people are actually prescribed, and we can measure patient outcomes and look at the different effectiveness, adverse events, QALYs, all the aspects of evidence that doesn't exist in the UK at the moment. We're in a life-changing environment at the moment for all of us, and there are certain industries, particularly the music industry, are very hard hit, and that has an impact on people's health, their mental health. That encourages them, that points them towards doing things that are even more harmful to them, using illicit drugs from the illicit market, where you don't know what you're taking, where you don't know how it's going to respond, how you're going to respond to it, whether it's going to do good or not do you any good, and that is the natural progression at the moment. And what we should be doing is seeing the problems that these people face, treating it as a health issue, giving them the best possible medication that's available to them. Doesn't necessarily mean things like SSRIs, which not always work, not always effective. There are alternatives that can be much more beneficial. And that's we should be developing our drug policy, we should be developing our understanding, our knowledge, the academic evidence around these types of medicines that can be really effective in those types of situations. The key thing, the key thing is doctors understanding what medical cannabis is, how it can be used, and to have the confidence to be able to prescribe it. Because you'll find that it's the patients who are by far the best informed, and I totally understand that as a doctor, it can be quite disconcerting when a patient comes to you and clearly has much more knowledge than you do, and that can be quite difficult for that doctor to kind of respond to that and to make the right choices, and therefore often there's a case of I don't know enough about it, sorry, I can't help you. That's what we need to change. We want doctors to come up to the knowledge that patients have, but then underpinned by sort of that clinical training and the evidence of the various different aspects of cannabis. That's what we need. And I see that as one of the biggest bottlenecks to patients being prescribed medical cannabis.
My name is Sam Cannon and I am the founder of Beyond Green. On the 2nd and 3rd of December this year, the UN will vote on the World Health Organization's recommendation on the rescheduling of cannabis. This is a mammoth moment in time. Please like, comment and share these videos so that the truth can be told and that the planet and everybody on it can benefit from this truly, truly incredible plant once again. Thank you.